Hey everyone, I'm going to be testing out a bunch of new makeup products today. Not a ton, but a few things that I wanted to share with you and show you guys in a tutorial. First, one of the main things is the new Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I'm like drying my beauty blender here. This concealer, I have swatches of every single shade on my blog, so I'll link that blog post below. This has blown my mind. And I wanted to do a tutorial because I felt like you would be able to see it better, and I wanted to start kind of bare face so you can see exactly how it looks. It's some full coverage. It is some serious, serious coverage. Then I have a bunch of new lip products that I wanted to swatch and show you. So for my foundation, I'm going to be wearing the Sisley Tinted Sunscreen in shade number 1. I love it. Cannot get enough of this stuff. For a sunscreen, for a tinted sunscreen, this is not quite a tinted sunscreen in my mind. This is a gorgeous foundation that happens to have SPF because it is one of the most beautiful formulas I've ever tried. I wear the shade number 1, which is better for me in the summer when I have a spray tan. I know you're like, maybe you have a spray tan. I went a little bit light. I went lighter this summer with my spray tan because I felt like it was more manageable. I did a spray tan last summer and I really, really loved it. So I wanted to do it again this summer. But I've been going a little bit lighter. Just it's more manageable to me and I can touch up with my own self-tanner. I'll put that blog post below of my little self-tanning tip that or my self-tanning hack that I've been doing kind of to make it not so streaky and apply it a little bit more easy. I just want like a little bit of color. I'm not looking to be a bronzed goddess. So I apply this all over with a beauty blender and it's just the most gorgeous formula. It's definitely pricey, but I don't have any other foundation that applies this smoothly. It is really so, so beautiful. I have good foundations that I really love, but this texture is in a class of its own, I have to say. It's very creamy, it's very smooth, it just looks absolutely gorgeous on the skin. It gives pretty sheer to sheer medium coverage. Definitely not full, but it's definitely not a nothing tint. It definitely gives you enough coverage where like I can wear this during the day as a gorgeous makeup. All right, the concealer. I am the shade Almond, and I found that that's pretty much the perfect shade for me. This concealer is crazy. Coverage-wise, pigment, it is a very, very, very heavy concealer. This will take you some time to play around with to determine how much is too, or how little do you need, because you may have to keep going down, like, reducing the amount each time because it's such heavy coverage. That being said, when I first put it on, I thought to myself, oh, my under eye is going to be cakey, it's going to fall in lines, it's going to make my under eye look dry and just awful. No. I applied too much to begin with, and I was surprised at how my under eye area still looked very smooth. But I still just do like a dot and a dot, a dot and a dot, maybe a dot over here, maybe a dot over there. That's it. You probably could use this as a foundation if you wanted, but for me, I like it more as a concealer, and it just instantly conceals and brightens, smooth. It's a smooth formula. It blends in beautifully, but it manages to cover so much. I've never tried the Tarte Shape Tape. Is that what it's called? So I can't compare the two, but this is, I feel like it just instantly covers under the eye area, covers anything you need it to cover. I'm just going to add a little bit more. I probably wouldn't wear this much for me during the day, but I want to be able to see on camera exactly how much coverage it gives and how flawless it looks. So I'm just taking a little bit further down. When I was looking at my face in the mirror later on in the day, I was like, where did my under eyes go? It looks like there's nothing there. And You could use this formula to highlight, to contour, find your shade, and get it immediately. Finish-wise, I'm only using it right here, so it's more of a natural finish. I don't find that it's too dewy or too matte or anything, but it's incredibly long wearing. I don't need to set it with a powder. I've found that it's fine for me, not with a powder, and just as is. But you could probably use a powder if you wanted to. I have a feeling it probably would work well on dry skin and on oily skin, because I'm kind of in between, and I've had some days I've used it where I'm a little dry, some days I'm a little more combination, and it looks beautiful both days. So this really, really impressed me. I could not wait to show this on camera. I feel like my whole under eye area just looks like it's been like filtered. Like, where did it go? And the almond shade was perfect for me because it wasn't too bright. I'm not looking to really create like a exceptional brightness under my eyes, but just something to kind of smooth out the area. And I have been not really using a ton of concealer when using my Tatcha Bright. Now, with my Tatcha Pearl Eye Treatment, I don't use the two together because I feel like it's just too much. The Tatcha is already brightening, and then this is like, I don't need that much coverage underneath my eyes. So I pick one or the other. But I went back to like another concealer that I have that I love, and I put it on the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm so used to seeing myself now with this concealer that I feel like it's making me, when I go back to other concealers, I'm like, oh, this doesn't look as good. So I'm really, it really has impressed me. More so than I thought. Okay, let me do my brows, and then we'll get back to the rest of the makeup. Okay, brows are done with my Hourglass Brow Tool. I put a little bit of my finishing powder, my Bobbi Brown finishing powder, which I think they're discontinuing, and I'm really starting to panic about it. I think I'm gonna have to buy it back up. Just down my forehead, down my nose here, just right here. I don't know, take down a little bit of shine, just kind of blur imperfections. For my eye look is gonna be very, very simple because I'm doing a lot of lip swatching. So I wanna just keep a simple eye look. And I'm gonna use the Sisley Fido Eye Pencil in number 6. Just like a sheer champagne color. A little bit of nothing, literally. Almost just like a base for the eyes. And the palette I'm gonna be using on my face, I've actually been loving on my eyes. I've talked before in other videos how I love bronzers on the eyes during the summer. And this palette in particular I've been loving on the eyes for kind of that just a no makeup eye look. I mean, the eyes, it's like a little bit of nothing. The palette is the Becca Be a Light palette, and I have swatches of this on the blog if you want to check it out. This little darker one came undone, so I'm afraid to kind of tilt it too far. But I'm going to use this color on my cheeks. This is more of a contour for me. This sometimes I like to just use as a highlight or just as, I don't know, kind of a blurring powder. Sometimes I'll dust it all over. It's a little, when I have a little bit of color, it works, but it won't work when I'm like my winter color, when I'm really, really fair. This for me is like a bronzer on the cheeks. However, I'm going to use the lighter color on the eyes just to kind of dust over them. And I just love the look of this. It's a very simple, I love taking my face or my face powder sometimes and using them on the eyes. And just really delicately, and then this other color here, the second color. This palette is meant to be kind of like a complexion palette. It's highlighting, contouring, blurring, just all complexion colors. It does have one blush color right here, right there, which I like. I don't use it all the time. It has a lot of shimmer to it, so I have to use it when I'm wearing a more matte foundation because it does look too shimmery on a more moisturizing foundation, and especially if I get shiny throughout the day, it's a little too much. But the rest of the powders are actually beautiful, and I absolutely love the formula. So I'm just going back and forth in the crease and on the lid, just creating a real natural, subtle eye. And in person, it looks a little bit more kind of put together, but I just love this kind of soft eye look, especially for the summer, that kind of no makeup, almost like a bronzed lid. Then I'm going to use my Lash Princess Essence Mascara, the green one. This is supposed to be a dupe for the IT Cosmetics. Similar, very, very similar. So I'm going to apply that and I'll be right back. Okay, mascara is done. Moving on to the cheeks, I'm going to continue to use the palette. I'm going to use this, the lighter shade here on the cheeks, kind of as a bronzer. That's how I've been liking it. Very, very lightly. Now the thing with this palette, I will say, it darkens up. So you may be like, there's a little bit nothing on your cheeks. I find that it oxidizes slightly and it does get a little dark. I didn't think so at first, but I've used it enough times where I'm like, I think it darkens up a little bit. So I really have to use a light hand. And even though I can't see it at first, it's there. Okay. So it just kind of, you know what it does? It adds a little bit of warmth to the cheeks. Remember with Bare Minerals, they had that product called Warmth. I think they still make it. And that's what it does. It just kind of warms up the cheeks. I'm loving this look because it's very, very warm in general. I'm using Nars Orgasm on the cheeks. Love this, but have to be really careful not to apply too much because this also darkens up and it can be too much. So I try and it's very shimmery. So I just have to be careful, and I'm not going to be outside a ton today. So but if I was going out, going to be out in the sun for a long time today, I may skip the Orgasm blush because it can emphasize any type of oil I'll have on my cheeks here. But it's still one of my favorite blush colors. It's just perfection. All right, we've got tons of lip colors to try. We've got the Nars lip vinyls, these vinyl lip lacquers, and then the Sisley Fido lip oils, I believe. Fido Lip Delights. Let's first do the Nars. I only have a few colors here. I didn't pull all the colors because some of them I just really are not for me. They're really, really dark and they just don't work. But I want to show you the ones that I really liked. Let's first start just the sheer one here. Clear one at first sight. This is just like a nice shimmer to add. It has a little bit of gold flecks in it, so this would be pretty to add over top of something. You can feel the glitter. I'm not gonna lie. You definitely can feel the glitter here. And this is a very sticky, tacky formula. Your hair is gonna get stuck in it. Is it sticky? Yes, very much so. It's definitely a commitment when you're gonna wear this. But the formula is actually the colors are very beautiful. I don't love the formula because I don't love a real sticky, tacky lip color, but the colors are really beautiful. So I make an exception here and there. This clear one though is really beautiful. It surprised me more than I thought. I was like, oh, it's just clear with some glitter. And then I was like, oh, it actually looks really pretty just as is, like just to enhance your lip color. Maybe for evening or something. Really love that. My lips are gonna be on fire after this. All right, then I've got some neutral ones that I really, really love. This Santo Domingo. Your perfect nudish pink. It's just not very sheer though. Definitely more fuller coverage than like the gloss I just showed. Than the clear color. That looked very, very like sheer. This has a lot more pigmentation to it, but the most beautiful rose color. Not too brown, not too pink, not too purple. Just the most beautiful kind of natural neutral rose, but I don't feel like it's a nude rose. I feel like it's a rose that has some color to it. So you could wear this as, to really give your face a little bit more oomph, a little more color rather than a nude lip gloss. So this one is called Santo Domingo. Next, this one's a little bit of a brighter pink and it's called Conquest. Like it's a brighter, pinkier peach. So not quite a vibrant coral, but a definitely brighter coral, but not like a neon. This is so fun for the summer. And especially with the look that I have, like really subtle eyes, a nice bright coral lip. The only thing, once again, like my complaint with these though, is it gets all over your teeth. Like it's a little high maintenance. You've got to clean up the edges of your lips. You have to really kind of, yeah, it's a little high maintenance. That's why a lot of the darker colors I'm not a fan of. I like the lighter colors a little bit better. But this one, even though it's kind of high maintenance, I have really loved this color. I didn't apply it that great, but you have to really, sometimes maybe using a lip liner could help just to kind of keep the edges together. But Conquest so far is my favorite out of all of them. Next, this one is called Valencia. This one is a little bit closer to a neon coral pink. Yeah, holy cow. This one is, I mean, it's fun for a party. It's fun for vacation. Really, you have something bright to wear. This lip color is an accessory in itself. And especially with the kind of makeup that I have, a bright lip like this is perfection with a subtle eye, kind of bronzy cheeks, but once again, gets all over your lip, your teeth, and that's the downside. So make sure you are all fixed before leaving with this lip color on. But how beautiful is that? Just, that is summer. Oh my gosh, you guys. All over my lips though. That color's too good to pass up though. Once again, this is Valencia. This is a little unique, this color, Cape Town. It's like a duochrome, so it's gold with a pink spray, like a pink overspray. This is really unique. I don't know, this is not an everyday color. This is to be a nighttime color. Depending on your lifestyle, this could be an everyday color for you. Not mad at that. I used to work in the cosmetic industry. My everyday color was probably different than a lot of people's. I could wear like a bright, bold red lip to work and a smoky eye, and it was, that was my job. That was what I did. I don't know, this really kind of intrigued me, but it has like a more of a yellow nude base, so it could be better over top of something as like a lip topper. But I wanted to show you how it is just the color alone. Really unique, really fun. Now this is the type of color that would look very different on many different skin tones. So how it looks on me, it would probably look completely different on someone with a darker skin or even more fair skin or whatnot. This is really going to change depending on the skin tone. It could really look beautiful on a lot of different people. All right, that last one, Cape Town, has a lot of glitter in it, so when I remove it, it was like really hard to get some of the glitter off. That one and the first one I showed have glitter in them. The rest of these do not. They're very creamy and just like a creamy finish, no glitter. This one is called Red District. Beautiful. Not too orange, but very, once again, high maintenance. But a lot of coverage. Really like a liquid, I don't know if I'd call this a liquid lipstick or just a full coverage gloss. I mean, I guess it's a lacquer, but in my mind, I think of that as just a full coverage gloss. Yeah, you'll need a lip liner at this. A lip liner, patience, time. This is not the kind of color you apply running out the door in the bathroom of a restaurant or something. No, you're gonna need, sit down, a mirror, tissues, a beauty blender perhaps, but the color is, it's a nice classic red. It probably skews a little more orange than it does blue. For me, I'm not getting an intense blue undertone with this, but I'm not also getting, it's not fire engine red either. It's definitely not like an orangey red. This falls right in the middle, and it is beautiful. I have a feeling this would probably work on so many different skin tones because it falls right in the middle somewhat. and it's more of a classic red, all over my teeth now. Because it's more of a classic red, I can see this working on almost any skin tone. And I know some of you may be like, no, I skew more blue or more orange, or I don't even know how to tell that kind of stuff. I worked in cosmetics forever. People will be like, what's my undertone? And I mean, I could kind of tell sometimes, but I'm of the camp that you wear what you want to wear. And I've seen people with a certain type of undertone wear a color lipstick that they're not supposed to, and it looks beautiful. So at the end of the day, I think you just wear what you want. But this, I think, would be perfect for such a wide range of people. But like I said, it is a little more high maintenance. The Sisley lip oils, these are not high maintenance at all. These are just utter perfection. So I'm gonna wipe this off and then we'll move on to these. Okay, moving on to the Sisley Fido Lip Delights. They feel a little bit like the Clé de Peau Radiant Lip Glosses. However, there's no glitter in them and they're a little bit thicker than those, but still have that gorgeous slip to them that makes them feel amazing on the lips. It's like a balm, but a gloss, but a lip treatment all tied in to one. This is the first shade, number 1. This is very neutral. It's a little bit of nothing on the lips. This is easy, throw on without a mirror, running out the door, keep this in your purse. You need just a little bit of color, a little bit of gloss, a little bit of moisture on the lips. This is gorgeous. Yeah, love that. Very simple, very easy, not sticky at all. This is like the opposite of that, of the Nars. These are creamy, smooth, but very, very sheer. You're not gonna get a ton of color with that, which I think for many of you, you would like, especially number 1. This is gonna be very, very, a little bit of nothing on the lips, but I've been wearing it just out and about when I just want something to throw on real quick, and I keep it in my purse. It's been very easy to wear just during the day when I'm running errands or whatnot. But it does, I don't know, kind of gives my lips a little bit of a shine, but not super glossy. Can I tell you, my lips feel better now that this is on it, even though I'm constantly removing it with my beauty blender and I'm wiping off the colors. My lips feel better though, because this is on my lips. It has like an amazing feeling of treatment on the lips rather than just a lip color. All right, this is number 2. This is a little more pink. But once again, it's a little more of a bluish, I don't know, like peachy, not a peachy pink, more of a blue pink, almost like a Barbie pink. But I don't like colors like this, but this really didn't bother me because it almost just stains the lips with like a hint of shine. And I found this pink very non-offensive. I find Barbie pinks on me very offensive, like meaning like I'm like, oh, that is not pretty. This is so pleasant and such a gorgeous pink shade. So if you love pink lip colors, especially more Barbie pink lip colors, petal pink, this is, yeah, just a little bit, almost like amps up your lip color with a little more of like a petal pink. I was saying Barbie pink. Once it's on, it settles down. It's a little more refined. It looks more petal pink, but initially it goes on almost like a Barbie pink. But as you can see, it begins to settle down and it's just super wearable, beautiful. That's number 2. And then number 3 is a peachy shade. I'll show in just a second. Final color is this number 3. It's more peachy. I tend to mix number 1 and 3 together and love the combo. This is a little more coral, and I thought it was going to be like in here, it looks very bright coral through that little window that they have. But as you can see, as I apply it, it's so sheer and just, it still shows your lip color through it and almost just stains the lips. And the coral is very wearable, easy to put on, throw on with anything. I mean, I love this look as is. Like this is a me look. Very subtle eyes, a little bit of color in the cheeks, a slightly peachy lip. And this is how I look most of the time. This is a very classic Mary look. I wish you could feel it. It's just my lips kind of just glide across one another instead of getting stuck or my hair. I mean, listen, it's still a wet texture, so your hair is going to get stuck to it, but it's not even close to how the Nars lip lacquers are. So hope you enjoyed this video and showed you some new things. The Becca B A Light palette. It comes in light medium, which this one is, and I think medium dark. I'll have the swatches up on my blog. I'll link that below. The Too Faced concealer. Wowza. I mean, I could just see in the camera, my eyes just look illuminated under here, just brighter, and it just takes away any type of discoloration, darkness, anything. This would be good also on the face, probably as a spot treatment. And you can use it, like I said, to highlight, to contour based on colors. I have all the shades swatched on my blog, so head over there. And then the Nars vinyl lacquers, the Red District, that really is, if you want to try a red color and you kind of want to dabble in kind of a bolder red, I think this would look good on so many different skin tones. The Santo Domingo was the most nude, kind of natural rose color, and I think this is going to be the most popular shade, one of the most popular shades that people are going to get. I really loved, which one did I love? Is it Valencia or Conquest? I think it was Conquest that I liked. It was like that peachy, a little bit of a peachy pink, and then Conquest was that bright, bright, bright coral, which is stunning. And then the Sisley Fido Lip Delights. If you already are a Sisley fan, I know many of you are, these are a must add. Maybe not all three shades. I would go for number 3 because I love a coral lip. Number 1 is a little bit of neutral nude. And then 2, if you love a pink lip, this is the one to go for. I will link everything that I talked about down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.